Well, hello there, everybody. It has been quite a long time. It's been quite a while since I've gone live, and I am on with.
Hi, I am Landon, and I'm also with a friend of mine.
Cool,
Yep, I'm with Tyler. So
cool. So,
we're at Olive Garden.
cool.
Anyway, I gotta go because we just got here and gotta enjoy the time. But I just wanted to come in and say hi. But thank you for having me. I could
Yeah.
rejoin if you're like streaming for. I mean, I don't know how long you're gonna go, but it just
Well,
depends.
I usually go for like at least an hour, so I can wait for like at least an hour. Yeah.
Uh, probably not able to happen. We'll probably be here a long time, but
Uh,
it's all right.
okay.
But anyway, thank you. Bye.
Bye. So yeah, it's been a while since I went live. So yeah. So I'm just gonna wait and see if people are gonna be available to chat for a bit. But yeah, so yeah, yeah. Hello there, Exit 911. How you doing? So how's your day going? Hmm. I went to Audio Airport today with my dad because usually I go to Audio Airport for a visit and stuff, and I was able to like watch the baggage claim go because I remember watching I because that's one of my favorite things about the airport is watching the baggage claim go. Like when you pick up your luggage at the airport, when you arrive at your destination, with it's pretty, it's pretty cool to watch, and I've always been a big fan of it since I was little. So, but yeah. Mm. Uh, uh, yeah. Yeah. I remember. Yeah, I always like watching the baggage claim go, especially especially the ones where it's kind of more flat, where it's like a conveyor belt. Because like, there's usually two types of baggage claims. Like this, there's a carousel one, which is kind of the dome shaped one, where it kind of goes around, and there's one that's more like a carousel, like a conveyor belt. Which is kind of more flat. Those are honestly my favorite because that's what I kind of grew up watching when I first went to the airport, which Audio Airport has both of those types of baggage claims at each terminal. Like Terminal One is Terminal One at Audio Airport has the flat conveyor belts that kind of sit flat and stuff, and in Terminal Two has the actual carousel that's a dome shaped carousel. But yeah, that's one of my favorite things about the airport is like when I watch the baggage claim. Which speaking of which, you may have seen before. I do got the Edwards adapter beacon right here. So I just can show you this is the Edwards adapter beacon. So yeah, I might play a little music on my stream. See, but yeah, oops. I think there's a way I can Oh, I didn't know I can do this. That's pretty cool. Hmm. Hmm. I'm gonna leave it mine like this because it's got my name of it's blue. So, but yeah, that's pretty cool. Um, let's see. turn it down. So in Massachusetts, they use one of those red beacons for exterior building annunciation to show if fire alarm went off in the building. In Canada, they do the same thing too, but it's blue instead of red. Yeah, I think when I watched Fire Alarm Dude 5967, which is one of my favorite Fire Alarm YouTubers I watch, he has a very amazing setup. But I remember watching of his system test videos that he had like a red strobe beacon outside, so which is pretty cool. But yeah, yeah. Oh, and speaking of which, I did got a super late Christmas gift. That's another beacon. It was actually a very, very super late Christmas gift that my grandmother didn't get the chance to give me, but it finally came over. And let me turn the camera around. It's another beacon thing, but the thing that was kind of disappointing is that it is actually AC, but I was actually able to figure out how to power it easily. So I think I might actually start to get some AC power devices instead of just DC, even though DC is much easier. But I actually just figured out how to power up AC devices. So it's a 110 to 220 volts AC. So I can actually put the wires in the electrical outlet itself, and I am careful doing this. So yeah, I'm super careful doing this. So, but yeah. So, yeah. Oops. There we go. So it actually does work. So I actually figured out how to power up this AC powered beacon light. So yeah. So maybe I can start collecting some AC power. So I guess maybe the next AC device, I'll get another Edwards adaptive beacon, but it'll be the N5, which is the one with a buzzer. That's 120 volts AC, I'm pretty sure. Which one of my other friends I chat with has a few of them. So, but yeah, so maybe I'll get an Edwards adaptive beacon with the actual strobe light, and that's what Terminal 1 at RDU Airport has in the baggage claim system. So I'll get to have that. So that would be pretty cool. So now that I'm expert with DC power fire alarms, maybe I should start working with AC powered. So yeah, I got this beacon all powered up now, so that's pretty cool. Even though it looks like it's DC, but it's actually AC. So yeah, it says 110 to 220 volts AC. So yeah. Hey there, Tyler. How's it going? Also, Tyler, if you're watching this, I did got this it's a super late Christmas gift. But it's another one of those beacons that's actually 120. That's actually 110 to 220 volts AC, and I actually figured out how to power this thing up. So I just tuck in the wires in those holes right there, which I am super careful doing it. So, and it does actually work. So pretty cool. I'm gonna turn off the light here. So yeah, it's pretty cool. I like to set my camera kind of sideways. So I'm thinking about maybe like getting this another of this Edwards adaptive beacon, but except it will be the N5, which it has the buzzer, which is the exact one that my local airport at RDU International Airport at Terminal 1 at the baggage claim has. I mean, this one doesn't have a buzzer. It just has like a beeping noise where it sounds like a household smoke alarm, but I've disabled it, so it's just a beacon flash only. But I'm gonna get me another one like this, but except it'll have a buzzer on it, so which that'll be pretty cool. I mostly work with conventional fire alarms, but I am slowly learning about addressable device by watching NIC's System Electric. So one day I'll be able to. Cool. I'm not sure if I'll start working with addressable systems because I'm not that experienced with panels. Yeah, I mean, even though it was fun when I had the um, MS5ED, um, but fortunately it doesn't work anymore. I mean, I don't know if I can fix it, but I mean, it was fun when I had it. But yeah, I definitely like this beacon right here. Pretty awesome. Cool. Man, one of this beacon thing is also used at the baggage claim. I think I'm pretty sure they might have had the I think I've seen baggage claims that have a smaller beacon like this, so I wonder if this could also be used at the baggage claim. So, but yeah. Oof. Let's see if I can sort of get this. There we go. I don't know if we can get this still. I think it's more, but so yeah, it's pretty cool. So yeah, now that I've figured out how to power up um AC powered devices, maybe I should get some more AC systems, like more AC devices. So, but yeah, that would be pretty cool. See what else? What else do I got here? Yeah, it's my collection so far on the shelf. I'm gonna turn the music off for now, but yeah. I guess I'll just wait for like maybe I'll do some chatting for like maybe 30 minutes or so, but yeah. So yeah. don't know where I put my main tripod at, but it's somewhere here. But yeah, I'm gonna get this. Oh, there we go. Oof. Let's see. So if anybody wants to comment on the stream, just comment on my latest video and I'll add you as an approved user and moderator because I have live commentary mode on just to for safety features, for safety reasons and all that stuff. So yeah. So if you want to comment on my live stream, just comment on my latest video and I'll add you as an approved user and moderator. So yeah, that's my new beacon light. That's actually AC instead of DC, which I was kind of disappointed at first, but since I know how to wire it up, since I know how to power it up and get it to work and all that stuff, it's actually quite easy. So it's not as hard as I thought it would be, but yeah. So but yeah, that's my beacon light right there that as you can see. But yeah. Ooh. Maybe I can also look for some AC sirens, but right now I'm saving up to get a Kenmore canister vacuum because the Kenmore canister vacuum will be the next vacuum that I'll be getting in my collection because the Kenmore that's bagged canister was actually the very first vacuum that I ever used during my childhood when my parents bought it from Sears back in I think it was 1998 or 1999, I'm not sure, or maybe 1997, but yeah, it was a Kenmore canister vacuum that was bagged and it had a telescopic one, and that's what I'm going to be saving up to get. I mean, it won't be the exact, well, it will be the exact same type and model and brand stuff, but not the exact, um, well, it is the exact same design, just a different color and slight difference and all that stuff. Just mostly, I mean, because the canister vacuum that I used when I was little was a teal color, but the one I'm getting is more of a kind of a sky blue color, a little kind of a sky blue color for a bag for and all that stuff. Yeah, I apologize for my stuttering and stuff. I apologize for my stuttering because sometimes I can't talk well, but yeah. But I'm getting close to saving up. Yeah, I'm gonna post a comment on the live chat and pin it. If anybody wants to comment on the stream, comment on my latest video, and I'll add you as an approved user and moderator. Yeah, I pinned the message, so yeah. But yeah. Oof. I think I like how I never have to worry about the battery running low when I use my AC system when I use AC devices because I can just tuck in the wires inside the whole thing itself, those the electrical outlet plug holes and stuff, as long as I'm super careful. Because yeah, this part right here what's covered in red and black, I'm pretty sure it's safe because it's all covered up, so I shouldn't have to worry about getting shocked or electrocuted. So, but yeah. Oh man. Yeah. Mm. Oh, man. What I have yeah, that beacon light does look pretty nice when it's flashing. I'm not gonna lie. So I'll let that flash for a couple more minutes, and then I'll do my Edwards adaptive beacon. That's DC. So I'm gonna get my DC device ready to hook up while remaining. Oof. Oof. And got 1% watching. Let's see. So. Yeah, I have live commentary mode on just to be safe in case of any trolls try to ruin it. So if you want to comment on my stream, just make sure you comment on my latest video first, and then I'll add you as an approved user and moderator. If it's but oof. Let's see. Actually, oops. Let's see what we get. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and turn the beacon off now. So yeah, it's pretty awesome. Even though it's AC, but it was pretty easy to power the thing on. So now I'm gonna go ahead and use my Edwards adapter beacon that's DC. So here we go. Make sure it's on 24 volts DC because that's what it works the best on. And even though it does use a light bulb that uses more energy than LEDs, but I do like the way how it flashes, like from instead of like just quick one like an LED one. But yeah, it's still pretty cool. I'm gonna turn off the light so it can be all dark. Yeah, I really like this red beacon light right here. It's pretty awesome. So, yeah. Yeah, I really like this red beacon light. It's pretty awesome. It's what's usually used on an airport baggage claim that I usually see, like at RDU Airport at Terminal 1. I'm not sure if it's used on other things too, like maybe like a general alarm or something like that, but yeah, I really do like this. what I really do wish is that I definitely want to get one of those tower light beacons that you see on, like, when you drive on interstate or highways at nighttime, and you see those red lights on towers that flash at night. That's what I want to get, and the reasons why they flash red at night is so that it can be seen by aircraft, so it doesn't get run into them at night. So yeah, that's why. Yeah, it's pretty much like it's the Chinese version of the BG-12 LX. So, which I still have it on the wall of my room here. So yes, I'm gonna keep it on the wall for a while because I think it looks nice. Honestly, I do would rather have the fake BG-12 than the fake alert because it still looks more realistic than the fake alert because I can still use this to wire up real fire alarms, even though this is a knockoff, but it still looks very real. Oh, man. So, yeah. Yeah, because I guess I took out the LED because like when I wired up my fake alert notification device, it still kept going off even though it was not pulled down. So I had to like take out the dial thing or the module for the LED light, just turn it to like just a basic conventional pull station. So that's why. But yeah, I'm not sure if I wired it incorrectly, but I mean I still like it. So, but yeah. Speaking of which, I'm gonna turn this off and get my pull station to wire it up to the speaking light. Cool. Yeah. I'm gonna be wiring up my pull station to my Edwards adapter beacon. So I'm just getting it started, getting it set up. So I got that plugged in now. So let me find my screwdriver. So I'm using this notifier. I'm not notifier on my federal signal 4050, which is the one that my neighbor gave it to me for free. Which I really do like this pole station. I do want to find another one like this, maybe with terminals instead of pigtail wires. So, but yeah, it's still pretty cool. I do like this pole station a lot. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull it down. So here we go. There it goes. Eh, eh. Yeah, Spectral Advance, I also like those. Even though the Classic is my #1 favorite, but I definitely do like the Advance. So, even though they're extremely loud, but I do like the Advance a lot. So, and I do like, and one thing I like about this pole station when I reset it is that even when I slightly turn the screw counterclockwise, you know, it will automatically reset it, so I don't have to like manually pull it up to reset it. So that's what I like about this pole station. Yeah, sometimes it gets a little. There you go. But yeah, I do like this pole station, especially since it's metal, which I do mostly prefer metal pole stations better than plastic because metal pole stations, like, because sometimes with some plastic pole stations, like the Firelight BJ12L or BJ12LX, those plastic ones that are kind of popular in buildings, they can be damaged easily. That could easily trip the alarm. So that's why I like metal pole stations better because they're more stronger, so you won't accidentally trip the alarm if you bump into it. But of course, every pole station in public buildings should have stoppers, so that way, if somebody tries to pull down a fire alarm for malicious reasons as a prank, then they'll trip the alarm at the stopper, and I could get people's attention before that person pulls down the fire alarm, and they could already get busted. But yeah. Hmm. Yeah. Speaking of which, I might do a video of never tamper with fire alarms in public buildings. So, yeah, would you like this? I've been into the fire alarm hobby for like almost 4 years. So this coming April, which will be April the 7th, will be the 4 year anniversary that I posted my first fire alarm on my YouTube channel. I mean, I've already kind of started my collection, which I got my very first pole station, which it was the Gamewell MS95, which is this one right here. This was the very first pole station that I ever gotten in my entire collection. So the 4 year anniversary will be coming up in like less than a month, which will be on April the 7th when I posted my first fire alarm video. Back in April the 7th of 2022. So this year will be the 4 year anniversary um since I got into I was already into fire alarms. I was already interested, but I wasn't like, I guess I didn't really like get interested enough to collect them. But I watched fire alarm videos before on YouTube, like years before I started collecting. But yeah. But I guess after all these years, I didn't know how to wire up a fire alarm. I finally found a video from one of SDR Safety's old videos where he did a video on how to wire up a pole station to fire alarm. That's what kind of inspired me. So that's when I started collecting. So yeah, so it's pretty cool. So, but yeah. Dang, a cat tries to pull down a pole station. That's kind of funny. Yeah, just imagine if a cat pulls down a pole station or messes with the stop, but it goes off and scare the cat. So, That's kind of funny. But yeah. But yeah. So yeah. I guess for the vacuuming, I'm probably just gonna use just one or two vacuums. That's I mean most likely I'm just gonna use one. So, but yeah. Well, well maybe not, but we'll see. But yeah. I mean so far it's okay live stream. I didn't really had much didn't really have much friends to chat with because but yeah that's probably why I don't really go live that much anymore because over time it gets kind of boring like yeah I just honestly just find it kind of pointless and stuff if it's live on the same old things and stuff but yeah but I guess sometimes like if there's like a severe thunderstorm at night that I want to do a video of, I'll sometimes go live for it as well. Like I'll definitely go live for a nighttime thunderstorm. That's a severe thunderstorm that I want to get a video of. But yeah, but other than that, I don't really go live that much anymore because honestly, it just gets boring. And yeah, I'm just gonna keep the camera sideways so you guys can see. I'm just gonna look at the live chat on my iPad. Actually, you know what? Um, Well, actually, I'll be right back, you guys. I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick, but I'll be back, and then after that, I'll do some vacuuming. Ugh. Ugh. Yeah, I'm back. Ugh. Sometimes I wish I saw more vintage violins in public. I've been seeing the LED outstairs a lot in public buildings. So yeah, yeah. Yeah, the vintage fire alarms in public buildings are going to start being taken down because back then when they were installed, the fire alarm code requirement was um, much different compared to the way it is now. So lots of fire alarms are going to be replaced with the modern LEDs. So that's why we should be thankful that we're able to collect fire alarms, especially the vintage ones, because they're not going to be used in buildings anymore. So yeah, that's why I'm able to collect the vintage ones like this bell right here and the 2903, which I think it's in this box somewhere in here. Let me look for it. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, so yeah, that's why we're thankful as fire enthusiasts to collect these in the first place, because especially the vintage fire alarms like the Simplex 2903s or other vintage Simplex devices are no longer going to be used in buildings because the fire alarm code requirements were different when these were being installed in public buildings back then compared to the fire alarm code requirements that were being made today. So, especially since it's not a very bright strobe and it's a mechanical horn. So, but but yeah, so I mean, I do prefer the modern fire alarms a little bit better than vintage because you can like change the tones and the candela selection and all that stuff. So, but some vintage devices I do like a lot, like the 2903s, which are my favorite simplex devices, and the 2901 9838, which is like the most popular simplex mechanical horn, which I kind of want to get into some more of those. But yeah, so got some on my bed. Here's the Advance and the Classic. So yeah, I like these devices a lot. So especially with the modern filers where it has terminals on the mounting bracket itself, which it makes it easier for installers to mount these. So that way they're not holding devices while trying to screw in the terminals with the wires and stuff, which it can be a pain in the butt. But I guess for collectors and enthusiasts, when they're just wiring up in a portable way, like for a quick demonstration on the floor, then that's pretty easy. So, but yeah. So, anyways, I'm gonna clean up this mess here, so just get it neatened up and moved out of the way, so I can do some vacuuming. So, yeah. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna turn the camera around. So yeah, I got my Ricard Vibrance R20S I'll be using since I already had it out because I was doing some vacuuming earlier, so I'll just use this to do some vacuuming for this live stream. So yeah, I'm gonna move this out of the way. So here we go. This as well. So here we go. that was the vacuuming of this live stream. So yeah, it's camera around. So yeah, that was the vacuuming for this live stream. So yeah, I really do like this Ricard Vibrance R20S. I mean, I've had this thing for like since probably mid-January of 2018. So I've had this for like 8 years now, a little over 8 years. So it still runs good. Other than it's got some beaten and battle scars on it, but it still runs. So, but yeah, it still runs like a charm. So that's I guess that's the only thing that matters. Yeah, it takes the cloth HEPA bag, which I prefer the cloth HEPA bags over the paper because not only do these have better filtration, but they're more stronger and they're more durable, so they won't rip or tear easily like the paper bags would. So you can like pack like a sack of flour or a brick or two in these cloth HEPA bags and they'll still be fine. So yeah, so yeah, I like using the cloth HEPA bags better than the paper because they have better filtration and they're more strong and more durable. So yeah, so I guess for usual, I'm gonna go ahead and do the fire alarm test for the last part of this. There goes my clocks. Yeah. After my clocks chime, I'll do a fire alarm test. So I'm gonna wait for this one to go chime, which is I think it's one of my favorite clocks in my collection. I have. It looks nice and it sounds like what my grand. Yeah, I really do like that clock. So yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna use a Spectral Classic. This is my number one favorite fire alarm in my collection. So I'm gonna um, turn off the camera for right now, and then while I'm wiring it up, and then I'll set it up again. So, yep. I'm not gonna be testing my fire alarm on the wall because because I honestly do use it for just wall system tests now. So, so I'll just use a portable fire alarm mount that's hooked up portably for like mini system test series. But yeah. Uh, so let's see. Let me get my fire alarm. But yeah, the Spectral Classic is definitely my number one favorite fire alarm. Like I've always said, it's just one of my most favorite fire alarm in my collection, and that's why I have a lot of them. Which I'm still gonna try to get me some more, and maybe I'll get another. Maybe I'll get me a P2430 or another P2435. So yeah, I'm gonna get my tripod, so that way I'm not holding it. Ugh. So, so yeah, I'm gonna get my tripod set up. Ah. Make sure it's perfectly facing the camera. So, which it is, thankfully. So, yeah. So, anyways, I'm gonna set it to a little lower power voltage. Hold on a second. So, anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and do the fire alarm testing for maybe a few minutes. So, here we go. So, 3, 2, 1, go. Oops. Should screw it in all the way. Here we go. Okay, why is it not going in? There we go. So, I guess that's it for this fire alarm test. So, I guess I'm gonna be done with the stream now since it gets kind of boring over time. But yeah. So, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream, even though it was mostly me by myself and didn't have very much people to chat. But yeah, I guess I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. So yeah. So the next time I'll be going live is most likely going to be on the 10-year anniversary, which will be on August the 18th this year, which I know it's like a few months from now. So, but yeah. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this stream. So thank you all for watching.